5 ways AI can enhance nonprofit fundraising, and 1 way it should not. Hi, how you doing? Greetings and peace. My name is Majed Behaibih. A little bit about me before I go into the video. So, who am I? Alhamdulillah, thanks all praise to God. I've been in the nonprofit space for about the past 12 years. So, you can see me there giving a sermon to a group of New York City employees at City Hall. Uh, I was speaking at the Tarawih, the night prayer, the Ramadan prayer in Times Square event. I was speaking in front of Muslim community leaders in New York City when I was with Islamic Relief, where we used to raise millions for our humanitarian projects. With Care New York, I was able to double their donations within 2 years, increasing new donors, increasing a 20% increase throughout our campaigns. Over here, we led a delegation for Muslim Advocacy Day, where we advocated for the rights of Muslims and addressed issues of concern to the Muslim community to our Congress and Senate members. Over here, I was speaking at the Majed event. I ended up becoming the interim executive director for them for a while. And I was featured on Ummahpreneur's podcast on how nonprofits can grow their impact. Over here during Buffalo, there was a shooting, unfortunately, a racist shooting, and we went there. We held a rally with the Western Imams Council. So it was a beautiful rally and rally for change and peace, solidarity event. After that tragic moment, a founder of a brighter ummah, where we inspire individuals and organizations to be amazing, and your go-to guy for Majed Consulting. I also do Islamic life coaching as well. So, what are the 5 ways? Just some accomplishments here. I already talked about those accomplishments. 20% increase with Care New York. Uh, our region, Islamic Relief USA, was the leading region for 3 years in a row, where we raised millions for humanitarian projects. And with Majed Shura, we revamped the organization's vision and mission. We held a town hall with the New York City mayor and the Majed community. It was the first ever type of event. And so that's a little bit about me. So, what are the 5 ways our nonprofits can enhance their fundraising? 5 ways AI can enhance our nonprofit fundraising. So, one is draft social media content. Yes, AI can draft social media content for you. Um, it can create a plan for you. It can create a calendar for you. It can give you suggestions of text to post, give you suggestions of what kind of images you should have on hand, what videos you should be able to show, um, and all this is what kind of statistics the donors want to see, so they can draft that content for you. So you can know, hey, what kind of content should I put out there for my donors, and AI can do that for you, whether you're using ChatGPT or any other platform. But it's very important, a prelude, to anything. First, you want to plug in your organization vision and mission into that AI software. It's very important the AI software gets familiar with your brand, your organization, gets familiar with your vision, your mission, your values, because you want it to speak to the true to your vision, true to your mission, true to your values. Right? It's a tool. It's not supposed to replace people or anyone or anything, but it's a tool. It has to be used the right way. So you want to plug in your vision and mission, your values to the AI software, and then number one is draft social media content for you. Suggestions on what posts to have, how frequently to post, and of course based on your capacity. What kind of suggestion of what kind of images that you should have on ready that you accompany the social media content that you're posting and videos, etc. And what stats and information updates that your donors want to see. And which takes us to number 2, draft email drip campaigns. This is probably a game changer, everyone. So it can create and draft email drip campaigns for you based on your donors' clicks, donations, and interests. This is so important because as a certified fundraising manager myself, I know how important it is to really get to know your donors and know why did they donate in the first place. If you know why they donated in the first place, then you know how to talk to them. You know what interests them. You know what they like. For example, if your organization does multiple programs, whether it's feeding, giving water, sanitary wash programs, building schools, doing education programs, economic empowerment. If you know why your donor donated in the beginning, like what kind of program they liked, what triggered them to donate, what stories, and what programs they like, what interests them, then you know how to talk to them. You know how to cater to what they like, and you know how to speak to them, and that will translate to huge giving amounts, huge renewal of donors participating in your organization's vision and mission. So this is a huge game changer. Uh, you basically plug in these drip campaigns, and basically based on what the donor clicked, like, oh, they donated this time, okay, they didn't donate this time, and then they probably like a different type of program, a different type of messaging. Now you can cater messaging around that, and then you can tell the AI to follow that specific type of messaging, talk about your specific programs, and you can plug in your organization's information that you should have handy, and you can tell it, hey, condense it, make this to an email for me. Make it to a one paragraph email, something simple, something to the point. And that's amazing things that AI can enhance your fundraising, which takes us to number three, which is donor analytics through a CRM. So AI is used in these donor CRMs, right? These customer relationship management tools. You should definitely have a CRM. If you don't have one, you need to invest in one. You need to get one. It should be a part of your operations. So it's like fundraising and fund development. It's part of your operation budget, and it's something that your organization needs. And so a CRM, these CRMs, a real good one will give you analytics. What kind of when are donations coming in, how frequent they're coming in, where they're coming in from. Um, are they new donors? Are they recurring donors? Uh, all these different analytics will help benefit your organization so that you're able to take the best steps, and you can know where to focus on. Maybe you need to focus on new donors. You haven't been getting new donors for the past, couple of quarters, couple of months or a year. Or maybe you need to focus on major donors. Maybe you need to focus on monthly donors. So AI is used in these CRMs to give you that data, and that data, you should be able to analyze that data and then act accordingly. Okay? Take certain action steps, certain initiatives based on that data that you're getting from AI, which is in these donor CRMs. There's Salesforce, there's Bonterra. I like Bonterra. It used to be formerly called Every Action, but there's many out there. Use one that you like, or reach out to me, and we can talk about that a little bit more. Number four, fourth way AI can enhance your nonprofit's fundraising, and one way it should not. So number four is donor demographics. So you're looking at that ad data. You can start looking at the. Hopefully, you can start looking at the donor demographics, or start you know maybe doing surveys about finding out more about your donors, right? Maybe you're targeting specific areas only. Maybe you're neglecting certain areas, right? For example, in New York City, maybe you're getting donors from Brooklyn. You're not necessarily getting donors from Queens or Long Island, Staten Island, etc. Or maybe you're probably you're getting a certain demographics of race or ethnicity, right? Or gender, right? Maybe you're getting only males to donate. Females are known to be the most biggest and generous and most vast supporters of nonprofit organizations. Um, uh, and so, you know, looking at the donor demographics will really help you know where you're strong in, where you could use some work as well, so that you can enhance your fundraising. And takes me to number five. And by the way, number four, when you know your donor demographics, uh, then you can go ahead and target other audiences that look like your donor demographic on social media platforms. So that's a huge plus, right? If I know, you know, typically this age group, male and female from these backgrounds, donate to my organization, then I can go ahead and target a lookalike community, right? I can, when I'm creating ads, or my social media team, my marketing team, they can target that community that looks like my current demographics. But you need to know what your demographics look like in order to do that, right? And know where you're strong, where you need to work on, and then you can target that lookalike community, which is number five, right? Number five, you can use that AI for ads and etc. But I kind of left number five up to you guys because I really want to, hear from you. Um, what do you think number five should be? Um, Obviously, there could probably be, 100 ways AI can enhance your nonprofit fundraising. But I want to hear from you. What ways do you think AI can enhance your fundraising? Which ones did you like? Which ones do you think did it resonated well? Which ones do you think did it? Which ones do you think you'll move forward on? I'd love to hear from you. So, hit a like, hit a comment, subscribe, and reach out. I'd love to hear from you all. So, what's the one way that it should not, right? The one way AI should not, and enhance your nonprofit fundraising. Uh, Really, AI. We talked about the 5 ways AI can enhance your fundraising, um, and the one way that it should definitely not is it. It needs that much needed warmth and personal touch, an actual person who's updating, soliciting, requesting, support, encouraging, giving people the opportunity to support your vision, your mission of the organization, and appreciating your donors, your supporters, right? It needs that personal warmth, that personal touch, right? These nonprofit organizations are meant to help people, right? And so it needs that personal touch uh, for all your donors, and most definitely your major gift donors, right? Your original supporters, your so what you want to do is, um, make sure that it has that personal touch, because AI should not do that. AI does not have a face. It does not have a heart. It does not have a face. And if it does, that's creepy. And so, you know, people, donate to people. So you still need that personal touch. But I hope those 5 ways can really help you enhance your nonprofit fundraising, and you understand why, it still can't take away from that personal touch. Love to hear from you all. What do you think is some ways that AI can enhance your nonprofit fundraising? What are some things that you like that you heard from this video? And hit a like, hit a subscribe, reach out to me. Love to hear from you all. Thank you so much. Peace.